What's up, guys? Got another episode. Episode 10. Alright, there we are. Alright, what's up, guys? How's it going? I got another one coming out. Another critique going. This one we're going to be doing Death Wish. This is a remake. So, originality is going to score super high on this one. That's a joke. It is not. I actually saw this one March 2nd. Got a Bruce Willis flick coming at you, so acting range is just so wide. Yes. Didn't hate this one, but you know, as of remakes and stuff like that, it wasn't that bad. So actually gave it a 6.6 out of 10. Not that bad, it's like a D, you know, but a lot of people, you know, action movies, they keep people's attention a lot, so really, for, you know, Bruce Willis, it's kind of what he usually does, so, you know, expect a Bruce Willis movie. Yeah. So, yeah, exactly. With that being said, typical Bruce Willis stuff. He's not like a bad actor in any sense of the word, but he does have his own type of style thing that he does. So, gave acting a 0.8. I can't really remember a specific moment of bad acting. I think might have came from either the mom or the daughter in this one. Yeah, so might have been like a couple of like moments in there. Bruce Willis isn't always the funnest to watch, but you know, he did his typical thing. So that might have been a couple of points that were taken away on this one. Camera work was pretty good. They had a pretty decent array of shots in there. A couple of like the car accidents and a lot of the violence that ensued in their car collapsing on a dude. Yeah, not bad. So gave it a full point on that one. And the director, I mean, if you don't know him by now, you might be sleeping under a rock, but Eli Roth, he's fairly big. He's bigger in horror, I guess it would be, but he was trying an action one. So I would say he did a pretty good job action-wise. He's been in action movies. Inglourious Basterds, he was in Death Proof, but he didn't really do all that much in there. He's been in them, but I don't know if he's directed action movies. He's directed horror movies that I've seen. So, but he did pretty good. But you know, with his style of movies, it's more about like what's currently like keeping your attention, I guess it would be. So, character development, there wasn't really. You knew Bruce Willis was the doctor. Didn't know much other than that. Didn't really know much like what type of guy he was. Yeah, so that had a lot to do with that. It also had a lot to do with Bruce Willis, but well, you know, whatever. Yeah, so character development kind of struggled a little bit. I gave that one a 0.6. Didn't really know too much about like the family other than like the daughter's trying to go to school and stuff like that. The mother died and it wasn't that compelling. It was sad because she's a mom, you know, and all that stuff, but it was just like, I don't know, they didn't delve too much into her, so they should have. Alright, so yeah, editing, pretty, you know, I'm not going to find too many screw-ups with editing, so I gave that one a full point. Like, movie-wise, editing was not that bad. So humor, I actually expected more from that. Probably just because he's friends with Quentin Tarantino, so all of Tarantino's movies have humor in them, well-placed. They're not comedies, but they're in there when they need to be. And it just didn't make me laugh as much as I thought that it was going to. It did, but it didn't in the way that I expected. So I gave that one a 0.6. Music also kind of let me down a little bit as well, just because of the exact same reason. I don't know, I feel like you're associated with Tarantino, so I expect everything to be like, if you have someone mentoring you who makes kind of perfect films, I expect you to kind of make perfect films, but maybe that's too high of an expectation. With that being said, I gave music a 0.7. Now, with this, it is a remake. So, with that being said, originality, I gave a 0 because it's a remake. So, you know, you kind of step in, you know that territory when you take those type of projects and stuff like that. So when it's a remake, you know what the story's about, you know things are going to happen, and it's just, you already know so much about the movie going into it, so there's that little bit of sustenance that is taken away from the movie. You know, going into a movie that's not a remake, you don't know anything about it. There's that like surprise factor that's gone in a remake. But it can still, you know, the originality can still be tweaked a little bit if things can be changed, but it was, you know, it's a remake. So 0. Proper casting, it wasn't that bad. It was okay. Honestly, the daughter, I might have had a few hang-ups about, but so I just gave it a 0.7 because it was alright. They just kind of filled spots, is what it seemed like. They casted a fairly big name for the mother, and she didn't really play all that big of a part. So, and her death wasn't that big, so it just seemed, I don't know. So yeah, proper casting, I gave it a 0.7. Proper CGI, I remember something being a little funky with the car crash that happened in I think it was his first kill. So I just, you know, car crash and CGI, and it's just, you know, Eli Roth, and Tarantino doesn't really do that. It's just going to keep coming back to that. So I don't know why he decided to use some CGI in that, but he did, and it just kind of killed that part. So proper CGI, I gave it a 7. You know, storyline's remake, so it's already kind of struggling. It's not that original, so I gave storyline a 0.5. You know, Bruce Willis is a doctor, he has a family, his daughter's about to go to college. Somebody breaks into his home, almost kills his daughter, kills his wife, and Bruce Willis decides to take matters into his own hands. He's helping people in a different way. He starts learning about, you know, guns and weapons and all that stuff, throws his hoodie on, he goes out there and he starts killing bad guys. That's about it. It's the usual stuff in that department. I've seen about 5 movies that share the same kind of story shell that this one does. You know, storyline, I had to give it a 0.5. It's been done a lot, but it was fairly entertaining. If you're a fan of Bruce Willis, go check it out. I would. I probably wouldn't pick it up, honestly. So, you know, but you might like it. It's an action movie. Go give it a look-see. So, another episode down. Catch me on the next one. Later, guys.